on, guys? We're back today, and today I'm picking up a, I don't know how many feet it is. Let's see. It's an Avalanche fifth wheel 390 DS, so somewhere around about 39 feet. As most of you know from my last video, I delisted from Indiana Transport. There just wasn't no loads. I told you I'd probably still be making a few RV transport videos. Basically what I'm doing is, used to, whenever I was leased on with Indiana Transport, I'd go up there, pick one up, bring it to wherever dealer it needed to go. And I would also do local transfers from like dealership to dealership around my house, which I don't do that no more. What I am still doing a little bit part-time as needed. I mean, it's not guaranteed every week or anything like that. It's just basically my local dealership. If somebody comes in and buys a camper and they don't have a truck to pull it with, or maybe they're not around or something like that, then they will give my number out to them, and then I can pull it. If they choose to go that route with me. So I got two I gotta do today. One, I had to come down here to Caledonia and pick up a customer's fifth wheel, which is going back to Sherman, and to get some repairs worked on. I think some water lines or something busted. They're out of town and everything, so they asked me to come down here and pick it up, and then whenever it gets fixed, then I go pick it up and I'll bring it back. This one right here, I did have to break down. I haven't hooked up yet. I'm fixing to turn around and show y'all. I didn't get a chance to. I should have. I apologize as far as disconnecting the water lines, electricity, sewer lines, going inside, making sure all the doors and everything was shut, cabinets, all that stuff, and bringing in the slides, just making sure that everything's secure inside so nothing's going to get damaged. Basically, you do the same thing as you would in RV transport. You go around, check the outside. I take pictures. Anything I see majorly wrong, then I'll let the customer know, and then I'll send them a text. That way they can text me back and let me know, hey, yeah, that was already there. So that way it's documented. Same thing with the inside. But I'm gonna turn y'all around and show you what I'm picking up. So basically it's a Avalanche fifth wheel, and basically what you do, you go around, and it had a water line coming up here, so I disconnected that, and then I got everything stored inside. So it had the black water tank. I disconnected that, wear gloves, like rubber gloves, and then basically make sure it's shut off in there. Disconnect the gray water, and then what I do is, whenever I disconnect the power, if I can get it over here. Excuse my hand in the way, guys. All right, so what I do is I cut the power off before I unplug it, so that way there's no surge or anything like that going back through it. Same thing whenever I hook it back up. So I had to put the steps up. I did have to climb up top and sweep off the awnings before I brought them in, because as you can tell, it's up underneath trees. There's all kind of pine needles. You can see all the pine needles on the ground. So basically what I gotta do now is finish hooking up and let the landing gear up, and then I'll be ready to go. So guys, there's not that much to it. Basically the same thing, you just got a little bit more detailed. Basically, since it's a local thing, I charge them a day rate, and same thing whenever I bring it back, and then for disconnecting everything, and then whenever I bring it back, I'm sure I'm gonna have to connect everything back up. I don't know yet, but I charge a little fee for that. So and then whenever I get done with this one, then I got a new one I'm picking up at Sherman and taking it, like, I don't know, 15 miles down the road. They don't have a vehicle to pull it yet, so I'm gonna deliver it for them. But I gotta get off here so that way I can finish getting hooked up, get back there, because I'm gonna be pushing getting back there before they close. And I still got to pick that one up and deliver it and try to get everything done before dark. So, but I'll holler at y'all after a while. All right. Well, what's going on, guys? Oh, me. Well, we back. It's actually, let's see, about 2 or 3 days later. But ran in a little bit of a problem whenever I was hooking up the landing gear. After I done got the slides and all that stuff in, the landing gear would not work. The control panel on the outside, I guess, is pretty much shot. That trailer had busted pipes from the cold spell that we had, and it was still hooked up to electricity. So I don't know if it fried something because of that, or on the back side of the board it had a lot of moisture and condensation and corrosion and stuff like that inside there. So I think the circuit board's fried, or that control panel's fried. So I couldn't get hooked up. So I called the customer and told her, and basically I had to get a mobile repair technician out there to look at it, and that's basically what he said, is that board was fried. So what we did is we basically bypassed that board, and there's a manual way of letting the landing gear up and down on the fifth wheel. I know on like a travel trailer, right there on top of that motor, they can make a wrench, or you can put a drill or whatever in it, and with a socket, and do it like that. Fifth wheel is basically the same way. It's just a little bit different things you got to do, and that's what I didn't know. So I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna show you what I got hooked up, and then basically I got to do a reverse procedure of bypassing that control panel so I can get unhooked. So I'm fixing to show you that. All right, so this is what we got. Avalanche. I think it's roughly about a 40 foot, something like that. The unloaded weight was 14,260 pounds, GVWR 16.5. Like I said, it's a Avalanche fifth wheel. So, but yeah, still got my old truck. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I made a video. So, but yeah, I'm gonna unlock these doors. I don't have my jump box with me. I got it in a Tahoe, so I got to break the jumper cables out and then run it like that. So I'll be back here in just a minute. All right, guys, so what I got the jumper cables broke out. I got the positive hooked up to positive, negative hooked up to the negative. All right, so now you come around here. Let me back up a little bit. All right, so here's where all your hydraulics are. You got your hydraulic lines. Each one of these lines go to a set of hydraulic jacks. This one is your left front, and it'll have it labeled. This one's your left or your right front. All right. Back on the back here is your motor. Right on top of the motor, in between these two studs, there's a positive and a negative. All right. On a new one, there'll be a sticker covering that hole up. You can take that sticker off, and then you can do with an Allen wrench or a drill or something like that with that correct Allen head on it, and that's an override. So you can basically jack it up that way. It takes a very, very long time. So another way you can do it, take an Allen key. Inside each one of these right here is basically, you see, it's like a solenoid. So take your Allen key. You can't turn it all the way. You can't take it all the way out. It'll stop one way, and then you turn back the other way, it'll stop the other way. So basically you turn put your Allen key in there, turn it till it stops, and then both of them. If you only do one, only one leg is going to work. So you got to do both of them. If you want to do all of them, then you do all of them. But we're just going to do the left front and right front. So take an Allen key, turn it, and that basically bypasses that solenoid. It basically cuts the power going to the computer board, the control panel. So after you do that, then you take your jumper cables. And yes, I got a positive hooked up to the negative. If you want to raise the legs, then you'll have your positive hooked up to positive, and then you will take your negative and just touch it to the negative. It's gonna throw a spark, just like you would if you was jumping a car off, and then that will start letting the landing gear up. Well, I need to let the landing gear down. So basically you just cross them. You take your positive, hook it to the negative, and take your negative and hook it to the positive. What you want to do, this cable right here and this one right here, that's what controls that motor. That's what supplies power to that motor throughout the computer board of the camper. So you want to disconnect these. Do not hook your cables, your jumper cables up while these are connected to the motor, and do not hook these up to your jumper cables. Undo them, tape them up, especially your positive, because it's still got power, because these right here are still connected to the battery. So tape them up, so that way you ain't throwing no sparks. Get them out of the way, and then alright, so little jumper cables would come in a lot handier, but all I got is these big ones. Alright, you're probably going to still see a spark. Alright, you hear it? See my landing gear going down? And I will do that until I get enough to raise it up. And I think this battery's about had it. This battery's weak, so it may not raise it up. I may have to hook it up to the truck. You can hear it. Yeah, I see some gap. Alright, see? Raise it up, and it's raining, see my gap? Alright, so that should work. So basically after that, I just unhook like I normally would. So I'm fixing to cut this off because it's raining. I don't want my phone to get wet. So I'm fixing to get wet. So I'll get back with y'all here in just a minute. Alright guys, well we finally got unhooked, and then he came out here and basically just took the keys, and I actually showed him. He actually learned something. So, but yeah, I hope y'all learned something from that. I hope I helped somebody out, because I definitely learned something. So if I ever run into that problem again, then I know what to do. I sort of thought about doing that, but I mean, this is a 22 model, and so basically it's still under warranty. So I did not want to do anything to end up frying something else and damaging something else in the electrical system, or doing anything that's going to void the warranty. But she had to get it here. Like I said, she's basically on the other side of the country, out in Las Vegas, Nevada, with her mother. So she wasn't around, and she had to get it moved to basically keep from paying another month's rent at the RV park. So I'm glad we was able to get it done for her, and glad we was able to get it moved and get it over here. So now basically it's in their hands here in Great American RV in Sherman, Mississippi. Basically it's called the Tupelo Great American RV. But I went down to Caledonia, Mississippi, about 75 miles south of here, and picked it up and brought it back. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get it ready, but whenever it's ready, then I'll come pick it back up and then take it to, I guess, wherever, maybe back to the same spot or somewhere, I don't know. But she'll let me know that whenever she's ready to for me to come pick it up. But yeah, so this is basically what I do now, just on the side. Like I said, I did lease from Indiana Transport. The loads and everything was just slow. My tag and all that stuff was coming up, which I still got another month to get my tag. But doing this, I'm probably gonna go ahead and keep my tag. And as far as the insurance goes, I'm saving about, I don't know, about $200 a month on my insurance. I switched back to my personal insurance, and yes, it does cover stuff like this, but at the same time, doing this stuff like this, I make them sign like a waiver, or basically sign something saying that I am not responsible for any damages whatsoever. And so far, nobody's had a problem with that, because one, as new as these things are, and especially if they like if they come up here and buy one brand new and they don't have the vehicle to pull it with yet, then they'll give them my number, and then they'll call me, and then we'll just go from there. And which them are they're usually covered under their insurance anyway. So, but I just for an extra protection, I make them sign something saying that I'm not responsible for any damages, inside or out, no matter what it is, accident, whatever, I'm not responsible for it. So, which, I mean, I have a very, very clean driving record, no accidents. So I'm not saying it can't never happen, but just for an extra peace of mind and protection, that's what I do. So, but anyway, like I said, I'm glad we got that delivered for her, and or picked up and brought over here. Save her some money on her campground spot, yeah, because I'm sure she's gonna need it to put towards this. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, and if y'all don't mind, y'all like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know if y'all knew about that. And like I said, I hope I help somebody out that maybe ends up in a bind with their landing gear not working. That's something you can try. Just be sure, like them cables that's hooked up to the landing gear, make sure you disconnect those and tape them up, so because the cables themselves are still hot, they still got power going to them. So, but anyway, we're gonna get off here, and as you can see, I'm a little wet, so but luckily I only got 3 miles back to the house. So, but get off here, and then I gotta go pick up my my cards for my campaign cards for constable. I'm still running for constable. I got my signs in. I done put out a few signs, so just been waiting on my cards, so that way I can just start getting out, going door to door. Still working at the sheriff's department part-time. They haven't got a full-time spot open yet. As soon as they do, then I'll be going full-time with that. And let's see what else has been going on. On the way down, my sister called me, and my stepmom, her toilet was leaking. So my brother-in-law, he drives a truck, so he's on his way back from Arkansas, I think. So he'll be back around about 3, so probably about another hour or so. and go get a toilet, and then we're gonna swap the toilet out for her. So it's coming from around the bottom, so I guess that seals doesn't go bad. So, but anyway, well, we're gonna get off here. And again, if y'all don't mind, y'all like, share, subscribe. I hope I helped somebody out. That's what this video is about. And we'll see y'all in the next one. As always, y'all be safe. Semper Fi.